Hey everybody, this is Miss Moran with video 5 from Unit 8. We're going to be working with some matrices using our calculator. So have your graphing calculator and the graphing calculator worksheet available, and let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how you can use or how you can enter matrices into your calculator. Unfortunately, I was only able to grab one type of calculator here, so this may or may not be the calculator you have. It is a Texas Instrument or TI-83. So there's only one button that's different that we're going to be using right now, and that is where the matrix menu is located. The matrix menu is located on this calculator right here. Next to the math key. However, on the newer calculators, the 84 Silver and the 84 Silver Plus, and any of those more rounded ones, you'll find it actually on second, right below the math button, so it'll be right here. And that's what I'm referencing. However, the menu inside is exactly the same. So let's take a look at that. So once you go into the matrix menu, this will all look the same. If you have values written in here because you have an older sibling that's used this or you've borrowed a calculator, that's fine. We're just going to go ahead and type over it. Under the names menu, you see the A, B, C, D. Those are representative of all the matrix that you get to use. And we're going to be using this menu when we call the matrices to the main screen or to our home page. Okay, and that's when we actually apply operations like adding, subtracting, and multiplying. The math one, if you arrow over to the math key, then you see the determinant. So we will be using the determinant, and there's other things you can do, but the determinant is the one we will use the most frequently. Edit. Under the edit screen, when you arrow over, here is where you actually have to enter and assign. You enter your matrix, and you assign dimensions. And you'll also, here is where you will also assign the elements of your matrix. So that's where we're going to start. So keep it on the edit menu and let's go ahead and get some things entered. So here I have the 7 matrices that you see at the top of the screen. What I want us to do first is I want us to go through all 7 of these and determine the dimensions, so my rows by columns, and write that below. So I'm going to go ahead and write that this is a 2 by 2, and then I have a 2 by 2, a 3 by 3. Go ahead and finish. And check to see that you have the same dimensions as I do. That's actually the first thing the calculator is going to require you to enter are the dimensions of each of the matrices. Now I'm going to do the first 4 matrices with you, and then I'm going to leave the last 3 for you to try on your own. And I'm going to speed up through that part so we can make the video shorter, but you'll pause during that time. So if I want to enter matrix A, I'm going to select matrix A by either pressing 1 or the enter key. And here I'm going to determine the size of it. So I've already said it's a 2 by 2. So I'm going to do 2, enter, 2, enter. And you can see that the size of the matrix has become a 2 by 2. The lower part of your calculator screen tells you which element you are at, which means which row and which column you are in. So here I'm at the first row and first column of my matrix. So that is the element 1. And I will select enter, and then it moves over. So it actually goes across the rows. -3, enter, 3, enter, and -2, enter. And you'll see those elements there. Now I'm ready to go ahead and do the next one. So I'm going to go to Matrix. I'm going to go over to Edit, but this time I'm going to select Matrix B. So I'm going to press the 2 or arrow down. This one is also a 2 by 2, so 2 enter, 2 enter. And it makes it a 2 by 2. So glad that'll be 4, and then 1, 6, and -2. If you were to enter them in the wrong order, you would see that this matrix here on your screen does not match the matrix you have on your paper. Go back to Matrix, arrow over to Edit, and go down to the third one or press 3. This is a 3 by 3 matrix. And again, I'm going to go across my rows. So 2, -1, 0, 4, 3, 3, 5, 8, and -7. I'm going to go back to Matrix. I'm going to do this one last one with you, and then I'm going to give you some time to try the others on your own. And this one is going to be a Matrix D. Hit Enter. And I've said 3 by 1. However, what if I mistakenly typed 1 by 3? you'd actually see that this matrix looks horizontal on my calculator screen, whereas on the worksheet, this matrix is vertical. So if that ever occurs, you can just arrow up and over until you're on the right part up there, and so this would be a 3, enter, 1, enter, and it'll change to the right dimensions for you. 1.5, 6, and -2. So take a moment to enter E, F, and G in your calculators. Okay, so now I have all of my matrices entered. I'm going to show you, I'm on the home screen, but I'm going to show you what this looks like. So here I have matrix A through G, and I have all the dimensions entered. And this means that there are values in there. Now, they could have been 0 because I didn't change any of them, or which I was not true. I have our 7 matrices entered. So now let's actually get to use them. So as I use them, I'm going to not use the edit column, but I'm going to use the names column under this menu. So if I want A plus B, I'm going to select A, bring it, and it brings it to my home screen. Plus, go back to matrix, and I can either arrow down to B or I can press 2 because that's what it's associated with. And it calls A plus B. It looks exactly like it does on your paper. Hit enter, and I get the matrix B. So I can write down that this is 5, -2, and 9, -4. So let's try B minus A. Matrix, B is 2 minus matrix 1 is A. Hit enter, and I get matrix B minus A to be 3, 4, 3, 0. A plus C, matrix 1, because it's A, plus matrix C, which is 3, and I get something that says error, dimension mismatch. And that is because my matrix A was a 2 by 2, and I'm trying to add that to a 3 by 3. I know it won't work because my dimensions don't match, so I write not possible. 2 times C. To do 2 times C, I'm going to clear it out. 2 times C, I'll just type in the scalar first, and I'll go to matrix, and I'll call up matrix C, so I have 2C. Hit enter, and what it's done is multiplied all elements of matrix C by 2, just like what we had learned by hand. And there are the elements inside. How about A times F? So here's my multiplication. A, and then matrix F. Hit enter, and I get my multiplication, which is -33, -19.5, -29, and -27. C times G. Matrix 3 is C, and let's call up matrix G, which is 7. So C times G, enter, and I get matrix C times G to be 15, 0, -9, 34, 43, 7, 6, 77, and 30. All right, let's continue. Okay, so here I am, and I've got EB, and if you notice number 8 is BE. So I'm going to recall what sizes these are just to see what happens. EB is 1 by 2, and B, excuse me, is 2 by 2. And then this one reverses, so it's 2 by 2 and 1 by 2. So I can already predict that this one won't work because my centers don't match. However, this one will work. So let's try it. E is number 5. B is matrix 2 there. And I get 108 and -15. So just to be sure, let's see what the calculator produces. I call up matrix B, and I'm going to call matrix E. And sure enough, I have a dimension mismatch, which means I'm going to write that it is not possible to multiply these. Let's try a scalar and subtraction. That is 3C minus G. So I'm going to clear out of that, hit enter, and clear everything off just every once in a while. 3 matrix, and I'm calling up matrix C. Subtract, call up matrix G. Okay, big answer. It is a 3 by 3 matrix, so I'm going to have -1, -7, 2, 13, 1, 4, 12, 23, and -21. CD, let's do that one. So I'm going to call up matrix C, which is 3, and then we'll call up matrix D, which is 4. And this time I get a vertical matrix of -3, 18, and 69.5. Okay, something different here. We're looking at our determinants, which we've done by hand. So let's try that. I'm going to clear my screen. I'm going to go to Math, and this is where I will find the determinant button. So I'm going to call determinant to the home screen, and then matrix, and I want to call C, which I'm going to type in the number 3, and it calls the matrix C. So my determinant is always going to be a single number there, okay, a scalar, if you will, -133. Determinant of A. So again, I want determinant, which was under our math, enter, matrix, and I want to call matrix A to the home screen, hit enter, and I get 7. We got 2 more. Let's try determinant of D. Matrix, go over to math, call the determinant up, matrix, and I want D, which is number 4. And I end up with an invalid dimensions. Well, that's because my matrix D is not a square matrix, and I'm only going to be able to take the determinant of a square matrix. So I'm going to write again that this is not possible. To use the words no solution implies that I was actually solving for an unknown variable. I don't have that, so really I'm asking, is the operation possible? And in this case, the determinant is not possible. Okay, so we're going to try just one more determinant, matrix A, or math at determinant, and I want F. So matrix F is 6. And it's 46.5. All right, last one. We're going to try multiplying 2 matrices together and then subtracting a third. So it's going to be entered exactly like you see it. Your calculator knows to follow the order of operations. So there's matrix A, and then matrix B, and then minus matrix F. And since they're all 3 by 3, or oops, I guess I have they're all 2 by 2s, I should have no problem doing any of these operations. And then here's my answer. I didn't leave myself very much room here. -11, 13, -10, and 2.5. All right. All right, so I'm going to have you finish the back side of the worksheet, and I'm going to show you a little trick before we leave here, and that is how you can clear all of your matrices out. To do this, you're going to go to Second, and then down by the plus sign says Memory. And what I want you to do is select number 2 or arrow down where you're going to delete. And the things that you're going to delete are the matrices. And this is a fast way to get rid of all the matrices so you have a clean slate when you go to enter them. It's not necessary. You can always type over, but this is a way to clean them out really easily. And on top, you're just going to hit enter until they all delete. So just hit enter right there, and then you can go back to your home screen. Everything is gone. If I go to my matrix screen, everything is emptied out. And that's a nice way. So on the back, enter your new matrices in, do the operations that I'm asking you to try. Also log into Schoology and take the quiz titled Entrance Slip 5, and make sure that you're very comfortable using these operations on your graphing calculator. We'll see you in class.